It's interesting this, what we do for fun appears to be changing. According to new BBC research, we're going to less places like bingo halls, comedy clubs, the pub, but there are more restaurants and cafes popping up.
And in fact, the North East has had the largest increase of restaurants opening over the last 5 years, with an almost 18% rise.
The restaurant culture is helped by schemes like Newcastle's Restaurant Week, where diners can grab all sorts of deals at restaurants all over the city centre.
Well, both Sunderland and Durham have their own restaurant deals in the middle of March, and I went to see why restaurants are experiencing a revival at the Blackfriars restaurant in Newcastle. So this is amazing, being in a busy working kitchen. You've got massive, I think it's hard cooking for 6 people on a Sunday. Huge fats.
Towards the back you've got a lobster bisque, which we're preparing for our a la carte menu. We've got some clap shots going on here, which we serve with our rare breed pork faggots, which we make completely from scratch. What we get with Restaurant Week is we get people that wouldn't usually go out and eat at places like Blackfriars or any of the other promotional restaurants this week. It's incredibly good to keep your business going throughout the year. Months like January, especially in this industry, it's much appreciated and needed.
I'm going to let you get on, because we've got Ben from NE1 here as well. So Ben, has it been a real success for you then, Restaurant Week?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's probably one of the things that we're most famous for, really. So this is its sixth year now, and I think it's well established as a sort of tradition that people look out for and mark in the diaries well in advance, hopefully.
And in terms of businesses getting on board, has that grown a lot?
Yeah, very much so, yeah, especially with Grace Quarter opening up. We've had a lot of businesses from there who have heard about Restaurant Week even prior to opening, and they've been in touch straight away, wanting to get involved immediately, which is, a real testament to the impact that it has for businesses.
Okay, so I've had a delicious little breakfast, and I'm with Andy now, who owns Blackfriars. Andy, how important for you is Restaurant Week, and has it been for you, do you think, and other restaurateurs in the city?
It's really important, I think, because January and August are traditionally really quiet times for restaurants, and so we can be scratching around for business. And it just brings people in, it gives people an opportunity to go out and have some fun in what would otherwise be quite a grey month.
And very interestingly, some figures have just emerged that suggest that restaurants and cafes are opening and bars are closing. Why do you think this trend is happening, and have you sensed this trend that people want to come out and eat more?
I think that Newcastle, when I first got here 20 odd years ago, was a big drinking out place, and it's really become an eating out place. I think it's become more sophisticated, more cultured, and there's a lot more variety, which is great, and I think that there's something for everyone here, which is brilliant.
I had a pigeon pasty.
Pigeon pasty?
Never had pigeon before. You know me, I'm a bit funny. I'm like on the cusp of vegetarian. But it was...
That's a Geordie sort of menu marriage from heaven, isn't it?
It was great. Ham hockery.
Greg's pigeon pasties.
Yeah, it was excellent. So that was Blackfriars Restaurant as Newcastle Week gets underway. You also heard Andy Hook there, who's the owner of Blackfriars, head chef Chris Wardle and Ben Whitfield from NE1. And just a reminder, both Sunderland and Durham have their own restaurant deals in the middle of March.